Yeah, hello everyone. Anyway, you're watching us from, joining us from, you are welcome to this wonderful program, this wonderful day, this wonderful time, this wonderful evening, this wonderful broadcast by the Biafran Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. The Mma Ejigbo Agụ nke izizi ndị Biafra, the Ọbata Obiye. The Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government, and you are welcome to this program. So I encourage you to just try and like the video as you're joining us. Anywhere you're joining us from, try and like this video and let us continue to move. We have no choice but to continue to move. Just like I said, that the only problem we have is that we have leg leg that is when you want to move your leg is like something is holding your leg down there, so we must try and learn to move and move fast. We must learn to move and move very fast. This is one thing we must learn. So we are going to be joining our prime minister immediately. Let's go.
Workshop. Biafra Republic Government in Exile UK Liaison is conducting a one-day workshop to create awareness about the Biafra ID card, Biafra coin, Biafra declaration, Biafra self-referendum.
Simon Ekpa standing tall, good guy fighting for us all. Biafra nation you defend, with love and spirit you wound them. Strength and courage in your heart, from Ghana to
stands.
Alright, remember that wait for you.
A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra. And the time starts now. And the souls of the departed heroes and heroines of Biafra rest in peace, while their spirit continue to embolden us as we fight on to declare Biafra, restore Biafra, and defend Biafra. Ise, 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 be the event please. You're all welcome to this emergency press briefing by the Biafran Government Prime Minister, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Maji Simon Ekpa in Joku, as we embark on the 30 days lockdown of the Nigerian institutions that begins tomorrow, 28th. Prime Minister, welcome to the podium. Over to you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are gathered here today in your different location to listen to this emergency space today. Good evening, members of the cabinet of the Biafra Republic Government in exile, and the de facto government in homeland. I welcome every one of you who have worked assiduously for this particular history that we are making today. I have come once again, my fellow Biafrans, to inform all of you where we are going, what we intend to achieve, and how we are going to achieve it. I want to inform you all that tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the history, the beginning of the eviction of Nigeria terrorist state within the Biafraland, the beginning of the Biafra freedom, the beginning of the liberation of the Biafra people from the Islamic slavery, from the evil entity called Nigeria. Tomorrow will be the beginning of the litmus test that the Biafra government, both in exile and in homeland, will embark on to test our resolve. How prepared we are, not about militarily, but mentally, physically, and otherwise. My fellow Biafrans, may I announce to you today a very groundbreaking news which is already going viral on social media, print media, and other media platforms, both the terrorist state of Nigeria control platforms, and of course soon to be noted in international platform as well, that Biafra has recorded, officially counted, registered 50 million vote from our self-referendum. This is a history no other country has ever attained. I want you to note that no country in the history of freedom fighter or freedom fighting has ever conducted a referendum and recorded this number of supporters, compliance, and people who are very tired of the host state, which is Nigeria today. I am very happy, very optimistic that from tomorrow, the Biafra people will speak in one voice, especially those who found themselves being used by the Nigeria state and their enablers in Biafraland. And all they do is to use them for years. There is no promotion. There is no health insurance. There is no good pay, salary. There is no good insurance system. There is no good, I would say, retirement benefit. There is nothing to be proud of or to put your hope on after you have served Nigeria and you retire. And so those of you who happen to be one of those in this generation that you see, many of us have sacrificed everything, including our Nkwobi and Ishewu, and all those things you enjoy back home, we sacrifice it to stay in exile, to fight for you and for your future, so that you can have good road, so that you can have good job, so that when you retire, you will have your retirement benefit, so that you'll be paid very well for as somebody working in Biafra government, so that you will have the reason to be a good patriotic citizen of Biafra, so that your children can grow and have hope. And so that you are going to have a society where the government will take responsibility both in the security of property and life, making sure our women are not being butchered, making sure our children are not getting killed. So, my fellow Biafrans, the road to that freedom will begin tomorrow. What do we intend to gain? What do we intend to achieve from this 30 days lockdown of Nigeria institutions in Biafraland? What we try to achieve are as follows. We are trying to delegitimize Nigeria within Biafra territory. It is part of the struggle for the international recognition in accordance with the Montevideo Convention of Statehood. We are trying to prove to the world that Nigeria has lost every legitimacy to govern the people of Biafra. We are trying And the Biafra people has lost confidence, and we are furthering this particular confidence that they have lost on Nigeria. We also want to use the opportunity to show to the world that only alternative is the Biafra government, which the people are loyal to. We want to also use the opportunity to prove to the world that Nigeria has failed to solve its political and economic crisis that has befallen the country, and the country has become a failed nation. We want to prove to the international community that the Biafra are well organized and they are ready to provide solutions to the problem that Nigeria could not solve, especially to the Biafra people, so that those who we are going to leave behind, like the Afronjas, who claim to be educated, but the Biafra person was the first professor in their land, so that they will learn from the doggedness and the bravery of the Biafra people. I want you to understand that the killing of Biafrans during the war, which they are using as a tactics, as a tool to kill the spirit and the morale of Biafrans, we have defeated that particular tactics, which they will always remind you, were you born during the war? Did you not see how children died? Oh, there was hunger. Do you have food? All those nonsense they have used to instill fear on our people, we have actually defeated that fear. Today, Biafra are standing gallantly facing these monsters and terrorists that call themselves state. My fellow Biafrans, we have prepared you for the past 3 years to what is to come from tomorrow. The reason we embarked on countless and countless civil disobedience of sit at home, and the terrorist state and their enablers in Biafraland were busy struggling how to suppress the civil disobedience of sit at home, because they know where we are going. Today, what we have prepared you for, it is time to write exam. This particular lockdown is not applicable to businesses, it's not applicable to traders, it's not applicable to hospitals, it's not applicable to schools. It is only applicable to the secretariat, police stations, and barracks. We are starting from there. If you know you work there, from tomorrow, stay in your house, because you will be used as a propaganda machine when they have killed you in order to blame Simon Ekpa. Nobody is going to listen to you. We are at war officially with Nigeria. So if you die, you become a victim of the war. The war as of today is not conventional war. And I would like to remind you, I didn't say it. The Chief of Defense Staff, Musa, have on several occasions confirmed that they are at war with Biafra. In the first he mentioned that he is fighting guerrilla warfare. Secondly, he mentioned they were fighting jungle warfare. And then thirdly, he confirmed that they are now fighting asymmetric warfare. I did not say all these things. He said it. So what I'm trying to tell you now is that no matter how they try to cover this asymmetric warfare, which was the last thing he mentioned, that particular asymmetric warfare is happening in Biafraland. Do not fall a victim of stray bullet. When the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters will be engaging these terrorists, our plan is to push them out of Biafraland. It does not matter how many years it is going to take. Even one of the Afonja actually explained what I'm not going to call it, but they know exactly the kind of war that we have, we are facing within the Nigeria terrorist state. They will be the one to be mentioning it. They will be the one to be saying it. All we have to do is to make sure our women and children are defended. They have come with all manner of propaganda telling you, oh, you are bringing insecurity to Biafraland. He is the one causing problem. He is the one bringing the military and all that. All those lies, does not last long. And I have asked them, when they were killing people in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, I was not an IPOB member. I was not even a Biafra agitator. I was not even part of the Biafra. I joined in 2019. Before I joined, thousands of Biafra has been killed, thousands of Biafra has been adopted by the Nigeria terrorist state. Before I joined Biafra struggle, thousands of Biafra have died in detention. It was not Simon Ekpa. And what I'm trying to do today is to make sure that the atrocities committed against Biafra people before I even joined the Biafra struggle is revenged. Number one, we must revenge the killings of Biafrans in the 60s. Today, nobody has been tried in any court internationally as for war crime. For the crime of genocide, which is the highest crime that have committed after the Holocaust, nobody has been tried in Nigeria. We will take that law into our hand by defending our land today. In the 21st century, the mark of that, the wound of that killings of Biafra is very, very, very glaring on us today. And what we have to do is to teach lesson to those who have killed us and still bragging after 50 years. After 50 years, they have put a system that have disenfranchised every Biafran, that have marginalized us, that have put poverty as the only inheritance as a Biafran under Nigeria. They enacted a law that made sure that every resources that come from Biafraland is being controlled in Abuja by the Fulanis, while the natural resources like gold in the north is being controlled by them. How can you live in a country such as this, where there are two laws, where they have restructured the country, and in the north, they are practicing Sharia law, controlling their own natural resources, the gold, and the gold that they found in Zamfara belong to Zamfara state, while natural resources in Biafraland belong to the federal government? How do you reconcile that? My fellow Biafrans, this is not the first time they are giving loan or loaning money from outside the country, and Biafraland was excluded. During the time of DK Kwerimadu, that is serving jail term in London today, they collected loan from China, and North Southeast was excluded from that loan. Today, they have also excluded the Southeast and South part of Biafra in the student loan, which is even a very good development, because before, during the time they shared the loan from China, they gave at least 1 small percent to the South then, because then it was not clear whether these people have been deceived or not. My fellow Biafrans, during the time of Obasanjo, when the 6th geopolitical zone was created, in order to divide the Biafra people, divide us into pieces, so that they will tell you that the 5 eastern states is the Biafra they are fighting for. My brothers and sisters, today we have defeated them by defining our map, and that map is undisputed. The only time this particular map of 40 states will be disputed is when we are at the United Nations. When the United Nations will come, if they like, and we are going to again challenge any alteration of this map to the highest level. So everyone today who is very proudly finding himself or herself in the map of 40 states of Biafra must understand that you are going to be protected at all costs. We are not going to cede not even 1/4 or not even 1 plot of that map to anywhere. You are going to be protected by the Biafra government, and we'll make sure that everything we do today is using true democracy, not by dictatorship. We have conducted self-referendum, which is still ongoing, and the people scattered all over these 40 states has spoken today, over 50 million of them. 50 good million. How many were you in the Nigeria general election? Because the people are tired and they are no longer interested in Nigeria. Only 25 million. Today we have doubled that number. And this has further shown that not only that these people disenfranchise us, there is no data. It was on purpose. They made sure that there is no data so that they will continue to tell lies about your population. Biafra, we are going to have one of the world-class database systems, just like Finland. My brothers and sisters and my fellow citizens of Biafra, I promise you that I am bringing Finland to Biafra. And what does that mean? What it means is that I am bringing a system of government where your right will be protected. I am bringing a system of government where if you do not have money, the government will care for you. I am bringing a system of government where you can stay in your home and cast your vote. I am bringing a system of government where you are going to have a world-class and world-standard national insurance scheme where you can go to hospital and without dropping any deposit, the hospital will treat you. You are going to be examined with the world-class, state-of-the-art machines and facilities. That is the kind of system I'm bringing. I am bringing Finland to Nigeria, to Biafra, and after that, every other thing about security will be a bygone. I am bringing Finland to Biafra, where the political parties will have their elections and the people will make their choice without anybody carrying gun to kill each other. I am bringing a system where you can never forge our national identity card nor the Biafra passport. I am bringing a system of government where you are going to travel as a Biafran, and whenever you present your ID card or passport, the or immigration authority will already know that Biafra is built on the marble and on stone, that nobody can forge and present their identity card on or the international passport. I am bringing Finland to Biafra. It is going to be a system where when you answer yes, your yes is yes. Not when you answer yes, somebody will go and start investigating it, whether it was supposed to be no. I am bringing a sense system, what is going to be the beginning of the civilization in Africa. That is exactly what I'm bringing to the Biafra people. And I know they understand this. I have promised them several times I am bringing Finland to Biafra. Today, everything the Biafra Republic government in exile has done is exactly the system of Finland. We have adopted the national ID card, which is going to have a very highly secured e-ID card that has the same feature with the European Union ID card. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that the security features of our national ID card as a government in exile and the de facto government who is yet to gain independence, the security feature is the same standard with the European Union? That's where we are starting. Very expensive, but it is worth doing. What this means is that the database system of Biafra is going to be as strong as the Schengen system. What it means is that the system I am bringing to Biafra is where we will go into agreement and negotiation with other world powers and other countries that if you must do business with us, you are going to respect our citizens, respect their international traveling document, where we are going to go into agreement to understand that we need each other and actually they need us more than we need them. So if as a Biafran, you are going to travel to many countries visa-free. I am promising Biafra people that by the special grace of God, I am bringing a system of government where you are going to be more valued than all these countries that are issuing visa or citizenship on investment, where you can travel over 120 something countries when you have their international passport. Biafra is going to be more and better than them. We have something they never had. But today, they are respected because of the system they have built, because they have a very secure system where the citizens of those countries are respected all over the world. My fellow Biafrans, believe me, you will have one day visa-free to America. You will be begged to travel to America, and you will have no reason to travel to America, except when you want to go on holidays. And many of you will not even go to holidays because you are going to have that thing they have in America in Biafraland. My fellow Biafrans, I want to inform you that today we have a very high-level meeting with developers, that they are already interested in building more than Dubai in Biafraland. I am just overwhelmed and too happy this evening that such is happening. That is the dream I have for the Biafra people. A lot of investors are already coming, knocking at our door. When are we coming? When are we coming? Is it after December? When should we start? The investment they are running, those investors that are running away from Nigeria, they are knocking at our door. And I promise them that from the December 2nd, we are going to have a very long way, because I know Nigeria is not going to give up very easily. But one thing I promise them is that it doesn't matter how long it takes. If it takes us 10 years to fight Nigeria after December 2nd, we are ready. If it takes us 20 years to fight Nigeria after December 2nd, we are ready. I have listened to so many people who were talking rubbish on social media, saying, oh, does it mean that all the fight they are fighting all this while, it is not a fight then? These are idiots. These are idiots that knows nothing about freedom fighting. They have not brought anything to the freedom, to the struggle. They have never contributed anything. Many of them do not even believe. But today, they are advisors. They are the one telling you, oh, why is it that you are starting the fight now? So the fight that is happening, what about it? Yes, you don't tell us how to fight. If you think you have advice to give, you come into the system, the door is open for you. Come and tell us what you got. But we have a template that must not be altered. That template is that we will continue to delegitimize Nigeria until December. That template is that all the terrorist forces that is representing Nigeria in Biafraland will continue to kiss the dust. Till, even if it is one person that is remaining, if that one person doesn't leave, we will continue to follow that one person until it kisses the dust, and then the Biafra government will take charge completely. My fellow Biafrans, our template is very, very clear. We have fought war, very, very brutal war that supervised the death of millions of Biafrans. Now we have learned our lesson, and we also study Nigeria, how to dismantle this Nigeria, evil Nigeria, and that's exactly the pattern we are applying in this fight. And believe me, Nigeria will never, ever survive this after 2nd of December. Nobody will listen to what we have done and see what we have done so far and ignored over 50 million votes. Even though we know how they are politically correct all the time, the international diplomacy and all that, our target is to navigate all these difficulties, all this international diplomacy, all this nonsensical political correctness. We are going to navigate it after 2nd of December. It is when the brain will start to work. I want all of you to understand that you must be very optimistic, stand very firm, be resilient. Our defense system is getting better by the day. The Biafra Defense Army, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, and the Navy, they are all working together every day, and we are getting better and better. From tomorrow, our target will be those who have been killing our women, those who have been facilitating the kidnapping of our people. If you don't know, the military, Nigeria Army terrorists are the one that is responsible for all the kidnapping all over Nigeria. The kidnapping are happening even very close to the checkpoint, where the military are sharing the proceeds from the ransom being paid to these terrorists. There has been many testimony where the people that were kidnapped have paid ransom, and on their way coming out, they met Nigeria Terrorist Army, and the only thing they were asking is, how much did you pay to these Fulani kidnappers? They want to know how much the person have paid, so that they are going to get their own share of the money. I am telling you, many people who have escaped and who have succeeded in paying ransom and coming out alive, and they met military on their way out, has testified this thing, that the military were only interested in asking how much have they paid to the terrorists, so that when they collect their money, they know exactly how much they have paid. So my fellow Biafrans, we have come to end this particular criminality, terrorism against our people. And that's exactly what the Biafra government is doing. I am here to end this fight. Like I've always said, I will never hand over slavery and this particular fight to my next generation. I am here to hand them over freedom. And freedom, I will hand over to them, and not this continuation of slavery under Nigeria system, not under the British company. I am here to hand over freedom to my people. You can hate me, You can like me. At the end of the day, it is not what you call me today that matters to me. It is what you are going to call me 10 years to come. From here, I will welcome questions and answers for some people. Those who want to ask questions, I am here. And those who want to help me to answer questions also will be allowed to answer questions on my behalf, especially when those people come with some funny questions. Other people can help to answer such questions. But I'm here for serious questions. For those who have a very serious questions, I will be here to address all your questions and all your concerns. But one thing you must know is that I am not a pushover. And I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me. I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I'm here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to head. I am going to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought out myself, you know, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Simon Ekpa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job, and by December I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, and the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every liaison office all over the world of Biafra will rise the Biafra flag very, very high. We will raise it very, very high from homeland to all over the world, and then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you, Biafran people. And thank you, everyone that have logged in here today. The floor is open to your questions, and we want you to be concise. Go straight to the questions and don't beat around the bush. Thank you so much. Bam Bam Bam, Deputy Minister of Information and Communications and Media, I salute you from here. Over to you.
Thank you, my able minister. Thank you, my PM. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for all you are doing for us. Please, as you're raising your hands, we're going to give you 60 seconds to bring your questions. And let's go very quickly. Chris, please open your mic. You have 60 seconds.
All right. Good evening, my fellow Biafrans. Samuel, good evening to you. I love your courage and your boldness in the pursuit of this cause of realization of Biafra. After going through all what you've been doing, I have a question that I really want to ask you. And the question goes as thus: in as much as possible that we are, according to you, Biafra declaration is not going back, he said, by December. I would like to ask this question about, I don't know, how many borders we are we going to have with Nigeria, and how are we going to protect that by the time you declare Biafra? So that's my question.
How are we going to protect our border?
Yes, and where do we have the border within? Where are we going to have a border with Nigeria or any other part of the nations?
Go and study the border. Did you not see the map of Biafra?
I saw the map of Biafra, but the map.
So go and study it.
Okay, that's one question. You said you go and study that. What about
go and study it.
What about a mountain? What about the protection of the border? Or are we not going to protect the border as well?
Are you the security that we're going to protect it? Come and join our liberation army so you can be part of those who protect the border. Or you want everybody to do everything for you? Why you will be chopping mango and eating and somebody will be protecting the border for you? Are you not a human being?
No. That's not what I'm trying. That's not what I'm trying.
What is the question?
Okay, fine. Now, when you have the other countries, now we have what they call where anywhere probably a foreigner will pass through to to
How many border?
pass
How
through
many border? How many border do you have as a Nigerian?
as a Nigeria. I already know. I mean,
Yes.
I base in the West here, and in this
Are you
West here,
are
I
you
have.
are you are you not are you not a Nigerian?
I mean, I base in the West.
Are
I
you
base
not a
in West
Niger? Are
here.
you not a Nigerian?
I didn't tell you when I came up here. I didn't introduce myself as a Nigerian.
I'm asking you. Okay, so are you a Nigerian or are you a Yoruba? Are you a Oduduwa? Which one?
I'm not an Oduduwa per se.
So what are you? Which country are you from?
I'm just the same thing, just like you. I'm also interested in the cause you are pursuing.
You
That's the
are.
reason why I'm
I'm
raising
asking
this
you.
question.
I am asking you a question. So let us assume that you are Nigerian before now, right? You were Nigerian.
Okay.
So when you were Nigerian, how many border do you have?
Here I base in West here in this country. Where I
West.
here in Lagos State. Here in Lagos State, that's only what I know. I only know about Lagos State. We have two borders here in Lagos State. We have one in close to
So you don't.
Ogun State here,
So you
and
don't
we
know
have
it.
one in
So you don't.
Badagry.
So as the time you were Nigerian, you don't know anything about the border of Nigeria.
I only know within the state where I've been reside. That's where I know.
So which is the answer is that since you were Nigeria until now that you are now coming into Biafra, you do not know anything about border of Nigeria.
That's what I'm just telling you, that I know two borders
Can you
in Lagos State.
answer me straight away? I want that answer to come from your mouth. So you don't know the border of Nigeria.
No, I don't know all.
So if you don't know all, how many do you know?
I only know about two.
And which one? Which is what?
They are here in Lagos State.
How old are you?
One close to
How old are you?
how old?
Yes.
Well, at least I'm in 40s now.
You are in 40s. So let's say,
Yes.
when did you join? When did you begin to have interest in Biafra?
I always have interest in Biafra from onset. Ever since
You cannot be having interest in Biafra from onset. Otherwise, you will be part of the admin in Lagos today. So you have just shown interest in Biafra. So when did you start showing interest in Biafra?
No, it's been a very long time I started showing interest in Biafra. Over 30 years ago, I've been showing interest in Biafra.
Are you part of the IPOB?
Every Biafra origin is an IPOB. What's the meaning of IPOB?
Are you part of IPOB as an organization?
As an organization, well,
Yes.
I have not seen anywhere they're registering as an IPOB.
Okay. Are you
I recognize myself as
of MASOB? Are you part of MASOB?
no, I don't know anything about myself.
Okay. You see that you are not being truthful to yourself. Now you are 40 years, so I would not even take you as a person who is showing interest in Biafra because you are not telling yourself the truth. So for the past 40 years,
I said I don't have any.
So for the past 40 years, as a 40 years old man, you do not know anything about Nigeria. You do not know the border of Nigeria. You do not know anything about the border, but you want to know the Biafra border that we have not yet declared. And also you have seen the map of Biafra, and yet you have not even, I don't know whether you are seeing the map of Nigeria and you don't know any border of Nigeria, but you want to know the border of Biafra that have not yet declared independence and we are not even restored. Are you not seeing that you are not being truthful for yourself? Are you not seeing that you sound very stupid at 40? How can you be a 40-year-old man and you don't know anything about the country that you love so much? And you are here telling me you like Biafra, yet you have not joined any Biafra agitating group. You don't know anything about Masop, but you said you have had Biafra in your mind for 40 years. How can you be a Biafra and you don't even know what is Masop? And you are here saying it, that you don't know anything about Masop. So for that reason, I will ask them to remove it because you are just not being truthful for yourself. It's just a waste of time. You're listening to somebody who is a Biafran and he doesn't know anything about Masop. How can you say you don't know anything about Masop and you want me to listen to you? There is no way you are going to talk about Biafra today without acknowledging the Masop. It is impossible. Even Mazen Amdekano came from Masop. How can you be here telling me you are watching Biafra, you are following Biafra, and don't know what's Masop? That's why we will continue to recognize and give accolade to Wazirike, even though he has handed over the betting, he did what he did, he cannot do it. No, one person cannot do it to the end. So this race of freedom is like a relay. You run and give, but I'm here to end it. I'm the last leg of this relay. So for you to say that you don't know anything about Masop and you don't belong to IPOB, I don't need to talk to you. When you have repented and repented very well, that you can tell me about Nigeria that you love so much, then you will come, I will teach you about Biafra. Since you cannot actually learn from what the information we already posted in the public about the border, if you look at the map, you are going to see the border where we have border, the countries we have border with. It is completely very, very well clear in that map. And I ask you, have you seen the map of Biafra? You said yes. Yet, you do not know where we have border, how we have border with the Benue, how we have border with Edo State, how we have border with Amazonia, and then the other one is Atlantic Ocean. All those things you saw in the map that I posted, you do not know about it. You are just here to talk rubbish. All right, the next person, please. At 40, at 40 years.
A fool at 40 is a fool
Yeah,
forever.
my minister, Van, please,
Uh,
what PM is addressing those non-entities, allow them to stay and hear the reply to the end first before you remove
yeah,
them.
thank you. But I just followed the instruction of PM. PM said that he asked us to remove him, and that was when I removed him. You understand, my minister? The verse. A fool at 40 is a fool forever. Chai, he only came here to, represent the Afonja that sent him, and he has been done and dusted. Now, very quickly, Chukwumeze, please unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Van. Greetings, my honorable Prime Minister. Thank you for what you're doing. Also, I just want to say thank you to Finland for what they are doing. Yes, and giving our PM a very, very safe haven and respecting his fundamental human rights, and to be able to fight for his people, the people of Biafra. My PM, you know, I know that this freedom is going to come, and I know you are going to be the finisher. And I know you are the one that Chukwukike will use to end the zoo. But I kind of have my worries, but I think Biafrans are very, very intelligent people and are blessed with great leaders, just like you, just like our leader Onyindu. My question is, given the history of what we've been through, how far we've come, and where we are today, most especially, to me, I see Nigeria as one of the tools by extension that are used to subjugate we Biafran and also African by extension. And I'm hearing to you telling us about the template and the plans and everything for Biafra. I want to know, how are we going to put like strong policies, strong foundation in place so that we will not have another South Africa in Biafra? Because if you look at what the history of the freedom of South Africa, obviously you can see they are back to where they were before. Everything is falling apart. And talking about the investors, these investors are going to be multinational corporations. I don't want to go into details, but over time, we know what their history has been like, most especially when it comes to people on the side of our continent. How are we going to make sure that the business is going to be equal partnership? And aside from that, since that they are multinational corporations, they will not have that stronghold to be able to influence anything about Biafra, because I know after we get our freedom, those who over time that have planned to subjugate us, they will not stop. They will still keep coming. So it is left for us to have that foundation that will make sure that this freedom is here and here for good. So I just want to know, you as the Prime Minister, how are we going to cement that and not to have that fear or even that concern of something like that ever happening again? Thank you.
Thank you. I would have loved it if you would have asked me that, are we not going to be like Namibia? Are we not going to be like Mozambique? Are we not going to be like, other African countries that actually got independent and they are doing well? So why are you people always using a failed state to give example of Biafra? Biafra that are well educated, well scattered all over the world, contributing positively to other countries and building other countries. Tell me, those countries that have failed that you are mentioning, like South Africa, tell me any one person from South Africa that is doing anything outside South Africa, anywhere in the world. Mention one person. I'm asking you. Mention one name, a doctor from South Africa that is in America doing wonders, that is in the United Kingdom doing wonders, that is in Europe. Mention one, just one researcher or one professor or one doctor. But you cannot mention that because it doesn't exist. But Biafra has many. Tell me one South African person that has attained the level of a Konjiwala. There is none. Tell me one South African person. So why are you people using a failed state in Africa to give example of Biafra? We are not the same. We can never be the same. We are builders. South Africans are not builders. Tell me where they have built anywhere in the world. When you answer this question, I will then address you properly. Thank you.
Well, my PM, I get what you're saying. You're very, very right. But the thing is, whether we like it or not,
If you get what I'm saying, you don't need to come back here and tell me but. Because I've just answered you and trashed this particular concern. And I'm asking you again, why are you not giving Namibia to give example? Namibia was created from South Africa. And the former president of Finland single-handedly fought for the independence of Namibia. Why are you not mentioning Namibia as an example? Are they failing? I'm asking you. So why is it that you people pretend to be part of Biafra, but you are always negative to it? You're always looking at the negative. Oh, who we are. Who are we? We are building America. We are building Europe. We are building London. Have you seen any South Africa doing what we are doing in America? Have you seen any South Africa doing what we are doing in London, or any South Sudan doing what we are doing in Europe, all over the world? You don't see that. We are people that build cities and countries, and we give life where there is no life. We bring light where there is no light. So why are you comparing us with people that doesn't have what we have? That's nonsense. And I want you people to stop doing that kind of thing from today. You don't come here pretend as if you're a Biafra and you cannot be positive about yourself. Thank you.
All right, we go to the next person.
The next person.
Sir Williams.
Williams, you are not there. Okay, please. The next person, the biggest Giddy. Please don't unmute your mic again, Sir Williams. If you do, we're going to remove you from the space. You are unmuting yourself since. Biggest Giddy, please unmute yourself and bring your question.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, my Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. We love you so much. We the Biafran from the coastal region, we love you. We love what you've been doing. We love how you have been setting our people free. And I'm bringing out this update to thank you so much because you don't really do a lot. Many people have not done what you do, and you have saved our people. Our people are on the open. So what I want to add is to tell our people that this 1 month lockdown, they should be very, very careful. I mean, leave anywhere the terrorists is, leave their checkpoint, give them, if you can buy your food and stay in your house, if you can sleep, if you can do anything, stay there. Okay, Biafra, identify as one, and be careful. They're not going to look you like this person is one of us. No.
Big Giddy, thank you. Let us bring questions to the PM.
I'm going to ask my question. Just 2 minutes. I'll ask my question, please.
Please ask your question.
Okay. Sam, please, if you check in the coastal region, they have been able to be stealing our gas to feed themselves, stealing our resources back to back. In fact, this time they see a fire, they don't do one back to back. I don't know how the plans are going. And the second one is Biafraland needs to be clean. I don't know how part of it. If we can make it 2 times a month where all Biafrans should come outside and clean their land, that's part of the plan. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. That suggestion is noted.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The mouthpiece of the gods, please bring your question up, please, in 60 seconds. Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I greet you, the Information Minister, Mr. Barawa. I greet you, Mazi Rafael Ajere, the Deputy Minister, and I greet you, my wonderful, wonderful Prime Minister, the Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. In fact, I don't know if I should ask you a question or greet you, but let me not take too much time because I have only 60 seconds. I want to ask you, for the fact that Finland has protected us even before you were born, I hope immediately Biafra is restored, no superpower will want to usurp Finland, coming to say they are superpower, they want to be have their own investment in or want to be recognized more than Finland. I hope everything is in place for that. That's just what I want to ask you. Thank you, my Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. First of all, Finland did not just protect me. Finland, in fact, a Finnish man was the composer of our national anthem. And I believe everybody knows that. For those who do not know, that the composer of Biafra national anthem is called Jean Sibelius. As a matter of fact, the declaration of the restoration of independence of state of Biafra will happen in a venue named after this man. So everything we are doing is historic. And that's being said, those who protected us will remain our friend forever. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. I also want to know, because for this 2nd of December, I envisage that a lot will come to Finland. A lot of people, many will troop to Finland to witness it. I don't know if Finland, where we are going to do it, is prepared for the surge of people that will come on that day.
No,
thank you.
You will carry your house, come. So
thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. I yield.
No.
Thank you, mouthpiece of the gods. Please remember to raise your hands if you are in the room so that we'll be able to call you. I will not call those that are not raising their hands, except those that raise their hands are all true. Austin Uku USB, please. Could you bring your question, please?
Yeah. Hello, good evening, everyone, and good evening, my PM. The Holy Ogorona Tundi Zoo 1. We thank you for the great work you are doing for our people. We really appreciate you. Before I go on with my question, my mom is here. She's one of the Washoko survivors. She wants to thank you. Please, I just want to give her phone.
Hello, sir. I really want to tell you thank you for all that you have been doing and all the pressure that you have been keeping and putting this our people. Because I have been dreaming a day this Biafra will come to pass. I know that I suffered it in my own time. I am praying that let Chukwu Okike Obioma be with you. At the end, me myself being alive to experience it, that at last I saw the Biafra come to existence. I pray God to help you and help all your teams, and we who will be the inheritors of it. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I want to ask question. It's not much question like that, but I just want to know. I believe that by the special grace of God, after achieving this, how will we be using our currency since these people here don't want us to separate? So after separation, will we still be using our currency? Please, I'm putting words into your mouth. I just want to know so that everybody will be preparing how to make it before then. Thank you, sir. May God continue to be with you all to achieve our aim.
Amen. Thank you very much. Yes, we have already the currency committee of the Biafra government. They are working very well to make sure our currencies are, ready. But this is something that requires a lot of navigation after the declaration of the restoration on the 2nd of December. So it is going to be gradually, we will begin to bring in the currency of Biafra. The more we delegitimize Nigeria, the more we are going to have the opportunity to start using our currency in Biafraland. So it's going to be a gradual process. I remember that we've started the online banking, which is from the crypto, the Biafra coin. We will definitely gradually move from this crypto coin to Biafra coin to the Biafra bank online banking. That's where we are working on that. So once that online banking, start happening, it means that you can actually bank with a Biafra bank in anywhere you are in the world. You can use Biafra bank. You can use the bank card. You can, you purchase and, even in Biafraland, you use it to purchase and make payment and all that. So we are working on that. Nigeria is is a very complex country. And so we are solving this problem with also a complex solution. So it is something that is going to be very confusing to many, but just follow our what we are doing, and you are going to be understanding as time goes on. So this currency will come gradually as we are pushing Nigeria away. We will be bringing the currency. Now we have nobody believed that we will have a Biafra coin. Today we have Biafra coin, and so and before you know it, they don't believe we will have a online banking system. Today very soon we are going to have online banking system, and this requires a lot of navigation, like I said, a lot of work, a lot of navigation to be able to have this bank, globally acceptable. So you can make like a deposit, and then you can use the bank or your bank card online debit card, and we may not be issuing credit, but when you have the debit card, you can use it once you have money in your bank account. And I want to tell you that many countries, there are many online banking. There are many countries that have online banking, and there are many, not even countries, but there are many private online banking. So Biafra is going to adopt this first, and then gradually we'll move into into a normal banking system in Biafraland. But that will not happen until the delegitimization of Nigeria is like 80% from Biafra territory, where Nigeria would not be allowed even to stay anywhere in Biafraland. Once we have achieved that, then we'll go into the implementation of the currency of Biafra in the local currency circulation. You are going to be shocked what we are doing on the ground. So these are the things that already the committees are working on. We have all these things covered. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my PM, and we are calling you from Edo State. Thank you so much. And may Chukwu Okike Abịama keep you. Thank you.
Thank you. And then also, let me also say that the delegitimization after 2nd of December, there are a lot of things that will be happening. We will make sure that all these tax collectors that are giving tax to the Biafrans in the market and their businesses, we will give them a chase of their life. It is not going to be only the terrorists in uniform. We will give chase to anybody collecting tax for Nigeria. So they will end up carrying gun to be able to collect tax from our Biafra people. We will give them a chase of their life. That's where, I just want to give you people a hint of what to expect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, able and capable PM. Please, Helen, bring your question, please, very quickly, 60 seconds, please.
Thank you very much, my minister. I don't know if you can hear me because the network is trying to throw me out. Yeah, okay. I appreciate every one of you, Minister Sonny Akparawa. I appreciate you. I appreciate your good work, everything that you are doing to support for our freedom. God bless every one of you and continue to strengthen you. Thank you, our minister, our prime minister, the Agbadagburu of our time, the Leviathan that has come to end the zoo. I am so happy. And I say, I love you. We from Urobo Isoko State, we say, we love you, sir. My question goes like this, because there is this very close family of mine, I can say family friend of mine from Oduduwa. They have been so worried of their safety if Biafra should come, that their people, they are not ready to defend themselves. Like the Fulanis are going to ravage them immediately Biafra will leave. If they will be permitted to cast their vote now and keep their voters card, when Biafra come, if they will be allowed to nationalize for Biafra nation. So I said this is a concern that I have to put before you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
We don't want to be addressing the issue of who want to nationalize now. That is too forward. Let them help us and support our freedom first. And then later on, we will talk about that. It is not now that we are fighting to free ourselves and people will be interested in getting our nationality. I don't know what kind of over speed is that. Let them pray and support us financially. We have the IOU that is open for everybody. So the IOU may serve as a pathway to Biafra citizenship, of course, based on individual assessment. So there are countries that are doing citizenship by investment, for example. Biafra, because of the situation we find ourselves, using the IOU may be a pathway to the Biafra citizenship. But of course, that will be handled on individual basis. You are not going to be Gumi, and then you give us IOU, I expect us to give you citizenship. I don't know, So anybody like that will not be having access to anything citizenship of Biafra. But if you give us IOU, if you sign our IOU and support Biafra, we will assess your situation individually. And if we see that you meet the requirement and you are not a terrorist and all that, well, you pass the requirement and all that, then you don't have any. I think it will be a pathway to the the program we are going to run, on citizenship by investment, for example. So like other countries that are doing well are doing it. So we're not going to lock our door. But the point now is that let people not focus on having Biafra citizenship. Let them focus on helping us first to achieve our independence, and they'll become our everlasting friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sister Helen. Thank you so much. Biafrans, please understand that Azota Godana, Zobute, Kaizota Nana, David Nana, please bring your question, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Am I coming out, sir?
Please go ahead. You are loud and clear, please.
Okay, sir. The Minister of Information and the Deputy, I salute each and every one of you. My Prime Minister, good evening from my location. My question is this, my Prime Minister. Recently, we have seen you having meetings with senators from all around the world, especially from the US Congress. I want to ask you, Biafrans want to know, when you meet all these lawmakers from this part of the countries, and when you tell them of the plight and atrocities of the Nigerian state against Biafrans and indigenous populations, what are their reactions? Do they feign ignorance? And secondly, what are they doing if after telling them about the still incarceration of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what are their reactions and what are they doing towards penalizing Nigeria for the atrocities committed against our leader? That's number one question.
I don't think you are actually asking me to start explaining details of the meeting I have with the Congress. But one thing I have to tell you is that when I have this meeting with them and explain what is going on, many of them are shocked. They are shocked for the fact that nobody has ever brought the issue to them previously until now. That is number one shock they are getting, that this whole thing is happening and nobody has actually brought it to them. And so after that shock, we'll begin to discuss and brainstorm on what can be done. And those brainstorm on what can be done is where we are now. So everyone I have met has showed their sympathy to Biafra people. And of course, the next is to brainstorm on what can be done and how it could be done. So we are there. We are on that particular stage now. So, and there are many people I'm still going to meet anyway. Many of the Congress and other, policymakers and all that I'm still going to meet. So there are many of them. And this is not something of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or even 1 year. This is something that is going to be a very long-term work, So, and that, of course, involves some kind of hearing. They're going to organize a hearing at the end of the day where this issue will be raised, and maybe, somebody from the government of Biafra will go there to to answer some question and or maybe make some presentation. So these are the process.
I don't know if I can ask my second question. I can't hear my PM.
You can't hear PM? That means you need to go out and come back again because your net system might be having problem. PM is responding to your question already. Okay? Go out and come in again. PM, sir, go ahead, sir, if you're still responding.
No, I've responded. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please, Mary, bring your question. Please be precise and make it 60 seconds. Those other people in the room, please raise your hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Vam. Good evening, Awaitere Kondo. Good evening, sir.
Who is that? Please, hold on. Who is that? David, please hold on. You're going to come back. Somebody else pick the microphone. Let her finish, then you come back, please. Just hold on. Mary, please go ahead.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Itiare Konde Komdo Information Minister. Everyone, all Biafran, so you come. Good evening, everyone. Sir, please, I have one question for you. Like our forests, our bushes, because we are declaring our freedom. Our freedom is not for only humanity, it's all for the nature. What I mean is like in our tree, our animals, the Nigerian government, the way they make things difficult, they don't scare even human being, talk less of our animal. And we are losing a lot in our nature. Especially our tree, like, old tree, very long years. But now we don't have those things anymore. Sir, please, I'm asking, very soon we are declaring our nation. Are we going to have law to save our nature too? Because already our people don't even know, like, it's not only woman you can save. They destroy everything. Sir, please, the Biafrans, our nation, are we going to have mercy for the humanity, like to leave our nature grow and to turn for who we are? Thank you, sir. That is my question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, PM, did you get her question?
If not that this question is coming from you, I will just say no. Because I see it as, because you have asked this question before and I've addressed this question. And how can you be expecting that we don't have love for animals?
No,
so,
I
but
don't ask, so this is the first time, sir.
Okay, but I have addressed this same question several times. So okay. Yes, we're going to have that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much for coming up with that. David, please, if you can hear the PM, can you hear the PM now, David?
Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead and bring that other question.
Okay, my number 2 question, my PM. We have the 40 United States of Biafra. I want to know, you see, it is really, really very difficult for Biafrans to come to the acceptance of one particular place as the capital of Biafraland. How were you able to make it very possible that even after declaring Ebube as the confederating capital of Biafra, there was no state that was murmuring, oh, FCT should be in Enugu or in Aba or in Iguacha. But once that was declared by you, there was no murmuring or wrongling among our people. What was can I say, how did you do that everybody accepted that without any wrangling, sir?
I did not declare Ebube the capital. The structure of the capital and the structure of the state has been there. All we did was to activate it. Thank you.
Okay. My third question, my PM, you see.
Master David, hold on, please. The question you asked and the way you put it contradicted the points you made at the end of the day. You said Biafrans are hard to convince to come to terms of agreeing to one thing. Then at the end of the day, you said when we declared Ebube as the capital, they did not come back fighting again. You've contradicted everything you're saying. Biafrans are not fighting themselves because of one thing or another, and they don't fight or have it hard to agree on being one. It has been the enemies that have been sowing the seed of discord amongst Biafrans. When we were fighting in the 66 to 70s, you saw the unity of Biafrans. With just a nip, you saw how the elders of Biafra gathered around Ojukwu. They gave him all the support, and then we were able to surmount one Nigeria. And today, the Biafran government in exile encompasses of all the representatives of the 40 states of Biafra and above, of which you'll be seeing more of the Biafran state that will be coming to pay allegiance and to be one of the Biafran nations. So Biafran people are united and they don't have this share of dissociation or hating themselves or fighting for one thing or had to agree to come together. It has been the way one Nigeria has wanted that narrative to be going. So going forward, every Biafran should desist from accepting that to be who you are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my Minister of Telecommunication, for that correction. Thank you so much. My PM, my third question goes like this. 2 months ago, you made a very big discovery and important in the life of every Biafran. In Nigeria, we have professors. We have those who call themselves learned colleagues. But you are the only person that came out to be able to tell us and prove to us that while we were studying geography in schools in Nigeria, we have north, east, west, and south. How was it able that all these years, Biafran territory, southeast was placed on the other side of the map instead of being in the real original and geographical location that is it's supposed to be all around the world? Was it because there was a voodoo that was used against the whole Nigerians? Or what was responsible for you discovering this? Even when you went to school while still in Nigeria, nobody was able to pinpoint that error from the government.
I think the question you should have been asking is that after I have raised that issue, do you hear anybody discussing it still? And I don't know how we were able to pass the geography. We went to write exam of the geography in the school, and then they say North Pole, South Pole, and at the end of the day, you pass the exam. That's actually what I still don't understand. But if you look at the map, you know that that is, and on top of that, they created something called South-South. Yet, people accepted it. Yet, those who call themselves professors, including those who parade themselves at the learned one, like you hear them carrying fine, Patutomi, all of them, they accepted it. All these people accepted South-South. They could not even find something, other name to give it, but they say South-South. They would have said maybe Southeast 2, or Southeast 2nd, Southeast 1st, Southeast 2nd, and even the Southeast is wrong. But as I'm talking to you today, nobody have discussed it in any national television or anything, but they know that it is wrong. So it is the reason why the people are not discussing it is because, one, Nigeria was designed for people not to pay attention to something that is realistic. So everybody is struggling on how to survive, how to make money, how to be better than your neighbor, how to be somebody that will be driving car in your community. And once that happens, you will do everything to protect it. So what you are going to be struggling is not for the betterment of other people who are yet to buy a car, but you'll be struggling to maintain the status quo, how you were able to acquire the money or make the money to buy that car. So if if you are a professor in university, you don't go further into trying to educate people. All you will be doing is to protect your professorship in the university. So anything is going to cost you to make sure you maintain that status quo where you can still get money to brag as a professor, where no other professor will come to that school and do that. Do you know that this map is wrong? And and then you are proof that it is wrong. And you are proof that that person actually discovered that this map is wrong. So you are going to give that credit to the person for discovering that the map is wrong. So nobody focuses on anything that is going to be innovative in Nigeria. That's why they have this eradication of innovative and embracing the tsunami, which is anything innovative, remove it. So the Nigeria system is a system that have affected everybody. So once you are in Nigeria, you don't think differently. Once you are in Nigeria, the critical reasoning is gone. So everything you are thinking is not about the development. It's not about innovative. That's why they are not manufacturing even toothpick. Because everybody is trying and struggling to maintain the status they are, that is giving them 3 square a day. So that no innovation. There is no nothing. Nobody will think deep into what is going on wrong. Why is this thing like this? Why is this thing like that? No. All you are going to be thinking is, I am a professor. This office belongs to me. I have struggled all my life to be in this office, and now I am here. And so nobody crosses. If you try me, I'll kill you. That's all. And it has been happening until today. So our own is that even while we're in Nigeria, we study geography. Like, we did not have that critical reasoning to say, but these guys are teaching us this. Now go to Nigeria map. Where is the southeast, so-called southeast? Where is so-called south? Is there anything like that in the map? There is nothing like that. But now we are thinking freely. So we're able to think deep, to be noticing all these problems. As I'm talking to you today, there are many things many people don't know. Like you see this man who come here to say he's a 40-year-old man in Nigeria. He doesn't know. He wants to know the boundary. He wants to know the people where Biafra shared boundary. And we posted the map. And in that map, he can see the border of Biafra. He can see Amazonia there. He can see Benue there. He can see other places. And he can see Edo there in that map. Even with him seeing the map, he doesn't even understand what is boundary. Because actually, if he understood what is boundary, he will not come here to ask me, who do we have boundary with? Because it is there in the map that I posted. That is the average Nigerian. They are not thinking deep. They are not thinking innovative. They are not thinking how to develop anything. It is all about maintaining their status. That's why some of them, when you talk about this freedom, they will be thinking about how they are going to lose the job they have. How they are going to lose the property they have acquired. No, so now we're going to lose my property and nobody else will come and I will lose my property and I'm not a property owner again. And they don't know that you are not actually losing a property. You're actually going to gain more than the property you have. And they don't even know that the property they are trying to protect is not secured. There is no guarantee that they will wake up tomorrow and that property is there. They can wake up tomorrow and they will destroy and demolish that property. They go down to square one. That is what they don't know. And once that happens, they will run back to us. You see this Biafra, we will fight it too. Then you have succeeded in poisoning the mind of many people through your actions that you have had in the past when you are having your house, when it was not demolished. So my brother, the reason is many. Nigeria was designed so that you can never think well like a human being. And that is the difference we have by those of us who are not in Nigeria and those in Nigeria. They are only thinking of protecting their status today. That's why in the Senate, you will see them. You think that they don't know that people are getting killed all over Nigeria. They are not talking about it. It is not their business, none of their business. But any day, any of them is kidnapped now, you will see them talking about that particular one that have been kidnapped. But they forgot that for the past years, the people that are representing in Abuja are being kidnapped, sacked out of their villages, and nobody's talking about it. So my brother, it is all about the system of Nigeria designed so that you don't need to do any other thing. Focus on who you are, and whatever happened, whatever the North do is not your business. Whatever the Arewa do is not your business. Whatever the Caliphate do is not your business. So for the fact that you are going to go back as a senator to your village and your people will be worshiping you like God. That's all. Thank you.
Wow.
Can I ask 2 more questions, sir?
David, can we take more other hands that are up? Maybe.
Okay, just one more. Just one more. My preem. Yeah, we know you are now the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile and that of the de facto in the homeland. You made a promise to the Biafran people that there are 2 expositions which we make, and that will be done when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. My PM, I know you are a very busy man. If they are one of the greatest accomplishments, even during the time of exposition, is your way of analyzing how things were done as if you were there. Are you still living on that promise to the Biafran people that the kidnap of our leader, there are other expositions, at least 2, that you promise the Biafran people? Will you do that even while you are still the Prime Minister? Thank you.
If I have the time, I will do more than 2 expositions.
So you are good now. David, thank you so much, David, for
Thank you, sir.
bringing such engaging questions. And those of you that are still there, let's hope PMC have about 10 minutes. We have about 6 hands that are up. Let's take it one after the other. Please go straight to the point. Jaja, Godson, Mazi, fine. Please bring your question.
Call me.
Who's Jaja Godson? Where are you? Jaja Godson is not ready. Please don't unmute yourself again and ask me to call you. I am picking the hands that are up. OMT News. Let's see if the news houses are here. OMT News, please unmute yourself, please.
All right, thank you very much. I hoped and prayed to be in this space today. I really appreciate everything I've had, but I'm directing this question to Mr. Simon Ekpa, and the question is actually about. See, I'm not trying to, sound pessimistic. I, for one, believe in what you're doing somehow, and also believe in Nigeria. I still believe that Nigeria can be better. I still believe that the energy you are using to do this can be channeled as well to make Nigeria a better place. Of course, you were one of those people who were championing it before. And also to look at the area of regionalization. Like, for example, tomorrow you said that would start doing, enforcing a whole lot of things tomorrow, and I'm looking at the feasibility of that happening. I'm not trying to doubt your ability to do that or the ability of your forces to do that, but I'm looking at the feasibility of it happening in a country like Nigeria. Obviously, your video, one of your videos about Finland and how they got independence actually stoked my curiosity, and I went online because, of course, I'm a researcher, and I was going through a lot of things, reading about Finland and whatever. And what came to my mind, obviously, is that the peculiarities of Finland is actually different from Nigeria. I'm not saying that history cannot repeat itself, or things cannot be applied and something different can happen. But the truth is, how do you, Mr. Simon Ekpa, how